For any Xbox or PlayStation codes or cheap games on any platform, use the referral link in the description. It'll take you to g2a.com. Use the promo code CHES over there and you'll get yourself 3% cash back. Also, I've got a new merchandise store, hats, hoodies and new tee designs, all available right now on the link in the description. Hey guys, welcome to episode number 6 of Season 3 here at Everton Football Club. In episode number 5, you guys had a decision to make and a vote to vote upon as to who we signed at centre-back. The votes are in, the decision has been made, and we will be spending a rather large amount of money on one of these 4 players. In reverse order, with 7% of the vote was Thiago Silva, so unfortunately he is now going to be rejected. With 16% of the vote, Diego Godin, unfortunately, he won't be joining us. £32 million is staying in our bank account, at least for now, as we head back again. With 34% of the vote, Leonardo Bonucci, £30 million and £160,000 a week, no thank you. With 43% of the vote, Sergio Ramos, he will be our brand new centre-back to come in and start alongside Socrates in the first team. So we have a brand new 88 rated centre-back. He's now going to be our joint highest rated player alongside Romelu Lukaku. Now Lemos is going to drop to the bench and Alfie Hill will get sent out here to be replaced by Sergio Ramos. Now we're still waiting for any offers on for Alfie Hill, and we will accept any that come in that are of an adequate value. But as you can see, the first team pretty damn tired right now, but we are in the middle of a rather awful run of fixtures. Not necessarily with regards to the teams we're playing, but just the congestion of the fixtures, even at this early stage of the season. Played on the Thursday, then the Sunday, then the Tuesday, then the Thursday, and then we play again on the following Sunday. So in just like 10 days, we have 5 games. A lot of football to be played, and hopefully we can come away with decent results. We did get good results in the past episode, and I'd like to end the transfer window today with even better results if we possibly can get them. Starting with this game at home against Mansfield in the League Cup, following with the second leg of the Europa League qualifier against Heerenveen, and then we will find out who we get drawn with in the group stage just after we end the transfer window. So we'll start with Mansfield, and we will try and move on a couple of other players if we get the opportunity to of course, leave free a little bit more money perhaps for January if we feel the need to improve the side yet again then. But for now, Mansfield. Through there to Peñaranda. I'm going to get back here to James Ward-Prowse. I was hoping he'd make a run, Peñaranda, but he hasn't. But we will still find him again here. We'll poke that looking for James McCarthy. I can't quite get the shot off. Peñaranda steals it back. Iñaki Williams. Oh, that was floating. And it unfortunately just drifted past the post. Wasn't the best of contacts, kind of scooped it, but it was turning towards goal, but unfortunately not turning enough wide. Prowse to McCarthy. Oh, it's good footwork. And I was going to say I'll take the advantage, but the referee decided to pull it back for the free kick. Just play that short there to James McCarthy and then take the burst forward. Andre Schürrle looking for his first goal in an Everton shirt, but he's not going to find it there. Green into Baxendale. There you go in. Tries to shoot there, I think. Oh, the referee gave that as a foul. Are you sure? Well, Benning has the opportunity to give Mansfield a 1-0 lead here. And will he do exactly that? He's laid it off there, in fact, to Rose. Oh, who strikes the inside the post with a wonderful effort from the edge of the box. Alfie Hill can't outmuscle Collins there, and he's lifted back in, mixture of the two. But we will get it away. That was very close. What a free kick. Stunning strike, just unfortunate for Mansfield that it didn't go into the back of the net. Luckily for me, bounced to safety. Coming forward, we use Idrissa. And, well, I tried to pass that to Peñaranda, and it will eventually reach him. Once you go short there and then poke that to James Ward-Prowse, and it will reach him, and he was just onside, and James Ward-Prowse. I'm not putting much power on these efforts at all, but how many times do I have efforts do that in this save? I don't know why. Whenever I try and finesse an effort like that into the top corner, or just into the side of the goal, it doesn't necessarily have to be aimed at the top corner, they always put too much power on it, and I'm barely putting, like, a bar and a half's worth of power through the shot. I don't understand why they can't get it on target. It's really frustrating, but we're at least creating chances, and it won't be long before we take one of them soon. Peñaranda just helps that round the corner there to Schürrle, but wasn't the best of passes, and that tackle Almost gets them the ball back, while Andre Schürrle wins it back himself. James Ward-Prowse turns the corner. I'm going to have to take this early because the defender's with me, and that is a stunning finish. Mansfield aren't going to get themselves to half-time with a scoreline at 0-0 because James Ward-Prowse eventually has his goal. Pushing forward from that cam roll, he's had one shot go wide, one shot straight at the keeper, one shot unstoppable. Everton 1, Mansfield 0. Similar sort of finish to the one that Calhanoglu scored on the opening day of the Premier League season. Very, very good. Here's McCarthy. Not McCarthy, it's James Ward-Prowse. Idrissa will slot through Peñaranda, and surely this time, yes, tidily slotted away. I was ever so careful there to ensure that I put barely any power on it whatsoever. And this time, it goes into the back of the net. We have ourselves a 2-0 lead. James Ward-Prowse, not James McCarthy, plays it into Idrissa. Nice ball in, and then it's just a simple finesse finish. Wasn't even that accurately into the bottom corner, but keeper just stood there rooted to the spot. He's made more difficult saves so far in this game, but I'm not going to complain. 2-0 up. Oh, Schürrle steals it off the man. Pull that across there to James Ward-Prowse. Oh, that is a very nice finish indeed. I tell you what, I'm actually torn as to who to keep playing in this cam role because Hakan Calhanoglu keeps scoring goals, and now in this more forward role, James Ward-Prowse is doing exactly the same. This change to the 4-2-3, I know we have to take into account we're playing Mansfield, but this change to the 4-2-3-1 formation has really done us the world of good this season. Couldn't be happy with how this third season's going to this point. 3-0. And into Ward-Prowse, who's on a hat-trick now. In there to Iñaki Williams. I'll poke that for Idrissa. I'll try and return it to someone. Oh, James Ward-Prowse. Oh! How? I thought the defender was going to get to that. I didn't think it was a good enough pass. And he's just lashed it in with his left foot. I was completely caught I thought the defender was going to get it. He seemed to go through the defender's legs. And then he's just smacked it into the top corner. What was the defender doing? And on his left foot, what a hit. James Ward-Prowse gets a hat-trick. Free kick for Mansfield. Final whistle is not long in coming now, but they're trying to get themselves and their travelling fans at least something to take back to Mansfield with them. But so far, not been able to do anything. I'm just going to poke this here to James McCarthy, who actually has got as little as stamina as Peñaranda, who is just onside here and... Never mind, can't finish to give us a fifth. I probably should have tried to play that across actually to Kieran Dowell, but never mind. We are going to get a convincing 4-0 win here. Referee surely won't be long in blowing his final whistle, and we will progress through to the next round of the League Cup. Now, can we, with a 2-0 aggregate lead, progress through to the next round, or the group stage, which I guess technically is the next round, of the Europa League? Complete dominating performance here. We did dominate the game against Heerenveen in the first leg, although they did miss a penalty. So we'll try and replicate that first leg performance and come away with a similar result and then find out who we get in the group. Now, as you can see, my starting lineup is very, very weak here for this game against Heerenveen. We have the first leg lead, and because if it was anybody else in 3 days' time in the Premier League, I wouldn't care. I'd put my first team out for this one and play a weak side against the team in the Premier League at the weekend. But the team at the weekend is Arsenal. And if you've been watching the series for a while, you know that we are... Is it 6 games played, 6 defeats against Arsenal? It may even be 7 games played, 7 defeats now against Arsenal. So, considering we have a 2-0 lead from the first leg against Heerenveen here, I'm going to start this side. Schürrle's still up top. We've got Lemos at centre-back and Lafont in goal. And we still do have Luke Garbutt and Brendan Galloway and Tyus Browning in the defence. So we're strong enough. And I've got some first-team players on the bench to call upon if needed. But I would like to have my first-team strongest full proper 11 available for the game against Arsenal to hopefully finally beat the bastards in the next episode. But let's go and beat Heerenveen first, and then we will deal with that as and when we get there, because in between now and then, there's, of course, transfer deadline day. Throw there into Robinson. I'm going to fire this through that gap looking for Dowell. Decent touch, actually. We'll give that a crack. Ooh, that wasn't far away at all. Kieran Dowell with the first effort of the game after 3 minutes. Decent strike as well. Trying to wrap his foot around it. You can see he just didn't quite do it enough and it bends away, but still, worth a try. Good effort, my man. Galloway to Tom Davies, into Connolly, around the corner here to Ethan Cox, who turns inside and doesn't give us a 1-0 lead. Atigbo with a very good block. Nice little turn inside there by Ethan Cox, though. Robinson will cross the ball in. It's decent. Lemos is up. Got a little bit too much on the header, though. Two good opportunities inside the opening 7 minutes, but 0-0 for now. Connolly go through that gap to Andre Schürrle. I see the space on the far side for Luke Garbutt, of all people, pushing forward. Get in on that left foot. Cavlan does well. Oh, but a real mistake here by the Heerenveen backline. Cross comes in. Dow will look to knock that down. It's only dropped to Davis, who draws a good save out of Mulder, the goalkeeper, from 25 yards. Heerenveen are not turning up here today so far at all. Who's going to win that header? I've absolutely no idea who actually won that. We'll get this back here to Connolly, and he gets tackled, but at least we'll keep possession. Try and turn and get it in there to Dowell again. He's had a shot already in this game that was unfortunately a little bit too far wide. Tyus Browning trying his best to try and hold off the defenders there. Cox gets caught, nothing given. Into Kieran Dowell. He's going to have a second effort of the game, and this one tamely at the keeper. Absolute dominance here in the opening 15 to 20 minutes away from home against Heerenveen. And of course, one away goal would really put us in the driving seat, because that would mean that they'd need 4 if they want to win. Bradley Robinson out wide to Brendan Galloway. Do have Andre Schürrle in the middle. Galloway gets caught there. Is that a free kick? Yes. No. It's just a throw. All right. Nicely reversed back to Garbutt into Dowell. Poke that there for Connolly, and then look across here. Oh, it's deflected, and it will find Robinson, who tucks it away brilliantly. The initial pass wasn't going to find its target, but the deflection off the defender meant that it actually arcs back further out towards the winger. The initial ball through looked like it was going to be played straight at this defender in the middle there, but the deflection took it to Robinson. And to be fair, it's a very accomplished finish, bending it into that bottom corner, hitting it on the volley first time, keeping it low, keeper no chance. 1-0 on the night, 3-0 on aggregate, and that is us definitely through now, even at this early stage, to the group stage of the Europa League. Corner for Heerenveen at the very end of the game. That is cleared away by Tom Davies. Lukaku will back in. Unfortunately, I think that hit him on the chin rather than the chest, so his control wasn't the best. Now, wasn't meant to rhyme, but it did. And there goes the final whistle. It's going to be a 1-0 victory on the night, 3-0 on aggregate after a 4-0 win in just the 90 minutes against Mansfield. Very pleased with how that went. Heerenveen didn't even have a shot on goal. Come on, boys, you're better than that, surely. They were more competitive in the first leg. Pardon me. Manchester City won 5-1 at home against Brøndby and then only drew 1-1 in that second leg. Well, we might see the group stage drawn before we get to the Arsenal game. We might not. I'm not entirely too sure. Let's jump now, though, to transfer deadline day. The group stage has been drawn. We have Rio Ave. I think they're Portuguese, if my memory serves me correctly. We have Aarhus, who I think are Danish or Norwegian. Correct me in the comments if I'm wrong. And we have Standard Liège, who are, of course, from Belgium. So that is very much a winnable group. In fact, that's very much a group we could quite potentially win all 6 games from. We'll have a look at transfer deadline day, though. We are there now. And as you can see, the biggest deal of the window so far was 57.5, not 58, as I previously mentioned. Higuain from Juve to Bayern Munich. Michy Batshuayi was the second biggest deal of the transfer window. 51.5 from us to United, and 44, Krychowiak, to us from PSG. So we've been involved in a number of the biggest deals so far this window. Some other big deals that have gone through, though, as you can see here on the latest deals tab. £25.5 million, Lanzini from West Ham to Arsenal, who we play next, and Toprak from Palace, who he must have signed for Palace from Leverkusen earlier on in the save, has now gone to Tottenham. So there's a lot going on, but we will keep that latest deals tab open as we work our way through. Mustafi, £46 million from Arsenal to Real Madrid. That's a massive deal. Arsenal losing one of their best centre-backs there just before we play them, of course. We've got an email here, and it's a transfer offer for Idrissa Gana Gueye, who I'm not going to be selling. He stays put. He's going absolutely nowhere. We have about £8.5 million left to spend there, but as you saw, only a tiny amount left in the wage budget. So not looking to spend any more here. I would like to sell Alfie Hill, though, if we can get that money in, and obviously be able to meet the board expectation as well. Rodriguez has gone from Santos Laguna to Villarreal. I don't know which Rodriguez that is, though. Shea Yojo's gone from Liverpool out on loan to someone, but I can't say as I recognise that badge, to be honest. So I apologise. I can't tell you who exactly it is that he's gone to. Any more deals? Fernandez, Van Overeem. No massive deals going through now. Still only 4 hours left in the window. Josefsson has gone to Stuttgart from PSV. Obviously, we bought Jetro Willems from PSV ourselves earlier on in the window. There are 2 hours left now. £352 million spent today, though, apparently. But, oh, Martial. Well, didn't see that go through. Martial, 46 million from Manchester United to Real Madrid. That's a massive transfer. Absolutely huge. That's where some of these bigger fees have come from. And there must have been another decent-sized one there because it's gone from 352 to 389. Oh, it's actually 3 medium-level deals. Wow, failed, Ches. Aninidze has gone from Spartak to West Ham. That might be a Lanzini replacement. I think he's an attacking midfielder. Hamid has gone to Toulouse from DC United, and to Prevel has gone from... That's Ostende, isn't it? I think. I'm not sure, actually. I think it's KV Ostende. And he's gone to Leicester City for 30 million. We'll have a quick scroll through and see who's done what in the window, though. Starting, of course, with AFC Bournemouth. Tarashai in from us. Sermon and Cook out. Where are Arsenal, by the way? Oh, there we are. I must have just... That's strange. It felt like I went from West Ham to Bournemouth. Arsenal have brought in Mitrovic, Lanzini and Pato. Sold Mustafi and Coquelin. Don't know where Coquelin's gone. Chelsea have brought in Sherisev, Nabil Fekir and Axel Witsel from us. No players out at Chelsea. Palace have spent £89 million. Jack Butland, Leune, Kiyotake and Nkulu in, with, obviously, as we saw earlier, Toprak out. Derby have spent 14.8 million, and Bodge, Suarez, Williams, Cook and Bieland. We've spent 169, as we mentioned, and made 125. So we are, what, 44 million pounds in the negative there. Leicester have spent £32.5 million. Pikacic, Wallace, Munoz and De Prevel, as we saw a moment ago. Liverpool have spent £78.5 million. Saponara from us. Umtiti and Gaston Ramirez. Manchester City brought in Mo Salah for £33 million. That's a good deal. Batshuayi, Coates and Brozovic have gone to Manchester United. They've sold Daley Blind and, as we saw, Anthony Martial. Yannick Bolasie went to Middlesbrough. Gaston Ramirez left, as we saw a moment ago. Mitrovic went for £21 million. Nothing from Southampton. Tottenham have brought in Tienza Nunez and Omar Toprak and sold Kevin Wimmer. Stoke, Juvakuran, Koopmans and Fernandes come in. Butland and Arnautovic out. Massive profit for them made in this transfer window. Sunderland brought in Eduardo and Ruben Semedo, not Nelson Semedo. You can see top right, it's Ruben Semedo. And they sold Maya, Coates and Van Arnholt, the left back. Swansea have done nothing. Watford have brought in Sabitzer, the Austrian. And West Brom have brought in Lazovic, Cyprian and Van Arnholt. That's where the left back went. And West Ham sold Lanzini, brought in Quadro Asamoah from us. And that guy from Spartak, whose name I apparently have absolutely no ability to pronounce. Aninidze. There we go. I don't know why I struggled with that so much, but that's going to bring today's episode to a close, guys. Thank you very much for watching. We will play Arsenal at the beginning of the next episode, but for now, training injury. Kukoviak's out for 2 weeks. Okay, as long as it's only 2 weeks, that could have been a lot worse, couldn't it? If he was going to be out for months, that would have really thrown the cat amongst the pigeons. Youthly squad report, is he still 62? No, he's 63 rated now, still growing quite nicely, Isaac Morgan, but I don't think we're going to see much of him in this series, unfortunately. Players like that are going to come in handy for when we do the Road to Glory series with Cambridge United, which will be the series after the one that comes after this one. So we'll finish at Everton, then we'll do one more, then we'll do the Road to Glory series with Cambridge United. That's what I'm planning with my FIFA 17 year anyway. But Arsenal next, and that will come in tomorrow's episode. But for now, thank you very much for watching. Do drop the video a like if you enjoyed. Subscribe to the channel too to make sure you don't miss out on the rest of this third season here at Everton. And I will see you next time.